if I hadn't started then, and even like building my fan base like so tiny from the start, but if I'd waited until I was like really, really, really good at producing and was like, this is like, I know what I'm doing now, this is incredible, and then posted that as my first song, like no one would have heard it.
Has anyone ever like hand crocheted you or like?
Yes, multiple times.
Really?
Yes.
That's my dream.
I like ranked my success in like degrees of separation from Phineas.
That is great dedication. I worry I don't have this dedication anymore to anything.
Even just like the first time I would get like a really mean comment, I'd be like, oh, that kind of sucks. It's like a good like 5 minutes where I was on stage in that show and I was just like, I wasn't even thinking about the song. I was just like sitting there, I was like, how is this like real? I was like, just like almost about to cry. I was like,
Listen up. Today I am sitting down with Lyric. This is an artist that is seriously on the precipice of world domination right now. I first heard about her. She was already selling out shows within minutes. Even her recent vinyls, they just sold out within the hour. She's got crazy fans lining up on the concrete for hours before her gigs, crying front row. She is the next generation of pop coming out of Australia. And in this chat, we get into what it's like to be young with this fandom around you, her growing up, where her music came from, her producing beginnings, and then what it looks like next on this pathway to domination. So if you're not across Lyric, this is someone who I think is going to be a household name within the year. Get across her. This is Listen Up. I'm Ash McGregor, joined by Lyric. Lyric, thanks for jumping on the podcast.
thank you for having me.
Of course. I mean, you and I both losing our voices.
I know.
Not good.
Classic South by Southwest.
Yes.
Moment.
And you know what? We're only like halfway through.
I know, like a day in.
So where did you lose it? Has it been the whole week or was it your show last night?
It was before the show. The day before I did a record store signing.
Oh no.
Which I probably talked to fans for like a good 2 hours. And then
Really? How many people came?
there were probably like almost 100. And I wanted to just like really take my time with everyone, you know, meet everyone. Like I never want to say no to anyone, but I could feel, I was like, oh, it's hurting. My voice is hurting a little. And then that night I went to a concert at the Enmore, which is just like.
Who did you see?
I went and saw, my friends were opening for Jackson Dean. So
Okay.
Austin Mackay, and I'm friends with half of my band play for him.
Oh,
so
yeah, you
went
gotta
and saw
go.
them, got to support, but it was pretty loud. And you know how you go to a concert and you just talk.
Yes.
You talk over the speakers and you're like, oh, I'm going to regret this in the morning. I did.
I'm an absolute fiend for that, but I'll go to concerts now and instead of singing the words, I just mouth it.
That's
do you do
I
that?
have to do that too. I never, ever sing or scream at concerts anymore.
It feels stupid,
I
doesn't
know.
it?
It
I'm
feels
like,
like you're just there like,
I'm like, everyone here knows I'm not actually singing. And then the person on stage and they're like, sing it back to me. And I'm just mouthing it. I'm like, they know.
that is always me. It's just too, I just can't risk it. But then I still ruin my voice anyway.
Yeah. So the show last night, were you okay?
The show last night, surprisingly, like I got through it, which was weird. Like
Okay.
I actually like it, they were definitely like, it was definitely the roughest I've ever been. I've never had such a lost voice to sing. But like, I don't know, I think the adrenaline just sort of like kicked in.
I like that.
Yeah, and I just sort of like.
Does this
like,
happen to you much or is this like a first time?
This is I mean, I've lost my voice, but this is definitely the first time I've had to like sing with it. So yeah, this is the first time experience.
Okay.
Now I'm prepared for if it happens again.
Well, shit. Yeah. Well, you've got a big second half of this year.
I know.
Well, next couple months, really.
I've got another show tonight, so
Okay.
hopefully.
After this absolute vocal.
Exactly.
Fan,
I've got nothing on for the rest of the day. I'm going to rest. I'm good.
That's good. Well, we got to get people across you because I remember first hearing about you, someone came across my desk and they were like, Ash, have you heard about Lyric? She's got people lining up for hours on the block to see her. And I was like, no, I've never heard of you.
Oh.
And I felt so out of the loop. I was like, what the hell? And then, yeah, I just felt like I hate using the word overnight success, but I don't think you were. But you really just came out of nowhere for me.
It sort of looked like that, yeah. I did see how it can look like that for people.
But how was it really?
It definitely was not overnight, but sort of maybe this like success part was a little bit. Like it was definitely like years and years of me releasing and like posting every single day on TikTok, trying to like find my fans and stuff like that.
Did this start in COVID kind of time?
I started like a year after. I think I started like start of 2021 is when I sort of like made a TikTok account, was like, I'm going to start doing my music. I didn't tell anyone about it for like the first year. I didn't tell any of my like
Because you were
family.
nervous.
I was like, I don't want to tell them. So I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my friends. Some of them like found it and they were like, what's this? So I was like,
Nothing.
secret. But I think then it was sort of like a good couple of years of just like releasing. That was like 2021. I was still in high school, and then I got out of high school and like really wanted to focus on it more. And it was start of 2024 when I put out Gravity. That's when I was like really properly like actually focusing on releasing, doing it properly, not just sort of like uploading it and not telling people. And then that one sort of took off online. That one was very overnight.
Yeah.
I think I gained like something like 20,000 or 30,000 followers in like a month, which is ridiculous.
That's very
It
good.
happened just out of nowhere. I was like,
But also, like, there's so much conversation these days that virality doesn't make super fans,
Yeah.
but somehow you have able to have that translate, and you like virality. But man, you've got super fans.
I know,
These fans
they're
are
crazy.
insane. Like the hours on the concrete, the crying front row, the fan projects even as well.
The fan projects are so cute.
What was it like the first time that kind of came to fruition for you? Like your first gig that you had people
Yeah.
actually going out of their way for you?
It was crazy. It feels so weird because I'm like such a fangirl myself of so many people. And so it's so weird like seeing that like in reverse.
Roles reverse.
And like people would bring me like when the first time people started bringing me bracelets, they do that at my show so much now. They bring friendship bracelets. And that was like so sweet. And now I have a whole like box.
Yeah, what do you do with it all?
I have a gigantic like box at home filled with like all the merch gifts from like my Australian tour, my UK tour. I have like different boxes for them. Just fill it with everything.
And what's the coolest thing that someone's made you?
Ooh, coolest thing.
I've seen the flags.
Yes.
They're pretty cool, like the
flags
custom
are pretty
flags.
cool.
Has anyone ever like hand crocheted you or like
Yes, multiple times.
really?
Yes.
That's my dream. I would absolutely love that.
I know. Like literally, I think I have a few of dolls of me.
That's
Which
where
is a
do they
crazy
live
thing
in the
to have.
box?
Some of them are in the box, some of them are on display. There's like cause I've got a lot of different like stuffed animals and things that are all given to me. A lot of crocheted things. Someone's crocheted me like a bow handbag and a star handbag.
Oh.
They're really cute. I love wearing those. Like things that I can like use and take out and about.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. So yeah.
Oh, that's so
Got
neat.
lots of
What's crazy is being like, that's hours that someone has sat there and like every stitch they're thinking about you. Do you think of it that way?
Sweet. Oh my God.
I think of it that way.
Every time someone gives me something like crocheted, I'm like, because I can't even crochet at all. And I'm like, how long did this take you?
Yeah,
I'm like,
literally.
oh my gosh. But no, it's adorable.
Who are you a fangirl for?
My number one has always been Taylor Swift. She was my first ever concert. She was
True.
my first
Which one?
The Red Tour.
Oh, yep. I went to that tour and I was at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane and
That's
it was,
where I was.
oh,
There we go.
maybe we were at the same one.
Maybe we've met each other.
I was up the very, very back. I had to bring in binoculars. It was she was so
I think I
far
had
away,
binoculars too. I was also in the States. Yeah,
but it was still great.
it was incredible.
Honest thoughts on the new album?
I really like the new album. I really get down to it. I'm like a big 1989 is my favorite album. So
Okay.
I like the pop bangers. And I listened to it and I really enjoyed it the first time. And then I've gone online and seen some people hating on it. I'm like, you know what?
Just let
I
it be.
enjoyed it. So I'm just gonna enjoy it. Keep
You know
enjoying
what? And let's just like let it wash over you. Doesn't
it.
have to be
enjoyed it
that
the first
deep, I
time.
guess.
I don't need to listen to anyone. I like the vibes.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it wasn't for me,
And
but
that's fair enough.
I'm not a Taylor Swift mega fan. So
That is
I'm listening with like half an ear.
very valid.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are so many people who like online are like, blah, 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 and I'm just like, I'm not going to listen. I'm just if I like it,
That's
I'm going to
good.
enjoy it.
That's good. And I think that's an ethos that you can also bring into your own
Exactly.
community and be like,
I think
guys,
I need to
we're
be
just here to have a bit
good
of
at that.
fun.
Yeah, because some people can be mean, so you just got to not listen.
How have you found parasocial relationships?
It can be a little crazy. I've definitely had like, especially in the past like year, there've been some like weird comments and stuff online, and you sort of just have to like not
Brush
really.
it off?
Yeah, you sort of just have to be like, and it's a really hard thing to get used to. Like especially like I think of people like I don't know like Chapel Roan or something who like I'm like I don't even know how they deal with that level of like, people talking about you because like even just like the first time I would get like a really mean comment, I'd be like, oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And you sort of it's like a weird thing to like
Yeah.
think about a stranger just like having opinions on you. But
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a bit better with it now. You just sort of need to like literally not look at like literally just
Yeah, water
completely
off a
ignore it.
duck's back. Also, like, it's that classic, there's 10 nice comments, there's one mean comment, that one mean comment. Well,
Always the one you focus on.
yeah. Do you remember what your first mean comment was?
Ooh. I think I think the first one was on like a TikTok or something like that. And it was like, you're just like a Gracie Abrams wannabe or something like that. And I was like, oh. I was like, I like Gracie. What's wrong? What's wrong with Gracie? I was like, damn.
Literally.
I was like, okay, that's a weird comment. But,
Actually, I'm going to take that as a
I was
compliment.
like, yeah, okay, fine. That's cool. I like Gracie Abrams. So
Yeah, that's a good thing.
yeah. Exactly.
Also, I feel like that's just like the name of the game when you're coming up in a scene that
Exactly.
people are going to compare you to
People do.
the bigger names all the time. I mean, I know you get Olivia Rodrigo, Chaperone, Renee Rapp,
And
all of that.
I love all of them. They literally all inspire me. So no, I think I just take it more of like compliment now. I'm like, well, if I remind you of them, that's probably a good thing.
And you know what? When I was on radio, I'd always think about like, no shade to a lot of audience, but like, yeah, if I could actually see their face, I probably wouldn't take care what you said on the street anyway.
Yeah.
Like if you were saying this on the street, I'd be like, why would I let you?
And they also like
affect
wouldn't
me.
say it if they like some of the things people say online. They wouldn't say that to you if they saw you in real life. So it's like just gotta keep that in mind.
That's right. That's exactly right. But I mean, you've got a great community that will have your back, and I imagine they're like fighting them in the comments for you. They're such warriors.
Oh yeah, they're crazy. I love them.
Yeah, but you're so fan first. Like even I think about your live shows when you do the walking into the center of the room and getting everyone to sit down and like what do you call that? Like like an auditorium kind of style seating,
really
isn't it? It's really cute.
I love it.
Do you ever have moments in that where you're just like, oh, I didn't even think that in 2021 this would happen. Like it's only been a couple years.
100%. Like I think the craziest one was probably the UK tour, especially the London show. Was like that was like a good like 5 minutes where I was on stage in that show and I was just like, I wasn't even thinking about the song. I was just like sitting there. I was like, how is this like real? I was like just like almost about to cry. I was like, wow.
What was it specifically though?
It was just like the fact that there was just this whole room of people on like the other side of the world. And I was like, how do you guys even know about me? And I think I went into that tour very much like, it's going to be different to Australia. You know, it's not going to be like, they've never seen me before. They're probably
they might be half fans.
You know, they're not like, there's no way they know like old songs from like 3 years ago that I wrote in high school. Like they're not going to be singing along as crazy as the Australian ones. And then they were just like as crazy, if not crazier. And it was just like, like they were just exactly the same, but with the British accents. And it was just like, it was just mental. And I was like, none of like me, my band, none of us expected that. Like the fact that they were singing along to like such old songs, singing along to every single word, like bringing all the gifts like they do in Australia. It was like, wow, like, you guys are just the same.
I saw the videos of your sister going out onto the street and vox popping all the fans that were lining up. And like them doing a lyric quiz.
Yes.
God, they got everything right.
I know. They like it was crazy. Like they were just like all the Australian fans, and it was just such a surreal thing. The interviews were super, super cute, and it was so funny hearing them with different accents.
Yeah. Well,
like, Scottish accents, Irish accents. I was like, oh, and you
that
can
would
hear
be funny hearing.
You can hear it when you're
lyrics.
singing. Like you can hear the difference, especially in like Glasgow. It was like,
thick.
Oh, yeah.
That's something you're gonna have to get used to, man. I feel like
crazy.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of travel on your horizon.
Hopefully.
Where would be the next place that you would want to travel to?
I really want to get to the States. That's like my big, big goal because I've just had people begging me over there for ages, and like I think that's where the most of my listeners are.
Oh, really? Which part specifically?
I think mostly New York, LA. I think Chicago is the next biggest city. So yeah, I mean New York is like my favorite city in the world. I went.
Take me there.
I went a few years ago, and it's like it's always been my dream city. So like to go there and play a show would be like bucket list.
Manifesting it for you, man. Would you ever move there?
I would love to move to New York. That's like my dream place to live. Like if I'm living there, I have like accomplished life.
That's so Taylor Swift of you.
It is a bit Taylor Swift.
Yeah, because what if she got that like really amazing apartment there or something?
Yes.
Probably two. So
She does, yes.
Oh, I can see it in your future.
Thank you.
I mean, and your EP is out.
Yes, it is.
The Art of Falling First.
Yes.
So this one's doing so well. I don't know if you've been feeling the buzz as much as I have, but probably more so, I would hope.
Oh, thank you.
How's it felt having it out in the world?
It feels great. It feels like I was just like, I've been working on that one for so long and just like waiting for it to come out. And so the release week is always so weird. It's like so much work that's all led up to it. And it's just like, damn, it's finally like here because it's taken so long. But then in the release week, it's like, it feels like it's just like shown up in a second. Yeah. So it is crazy, but it's felt so good. Everyone has been like so so lovely with these songs. The record store shop, I did like a release party with the fans here in Sydney, and it was so cute. Like hearing them already sing the new ones that only came out like a few days beforehand was just just crazy. Like,
so what was the party? You just sat there, listened to it together, and you like spoke to them about
it? It was me in a record shop, and it was just like I sang a few of the songs acoustic. I did like all the new ones that had only just come out, and I was like, oh, they've only just been out. They're not gonna know the words, and then they do. Oh, I know, it's crazy.
Again,
they're very dedicated.
They go like over to the edge of the earth and back for you. It's absolutely phenomenal.
I love them.
What did you want your fans to learn from you in this EP that they didn't know?
I really wanted them to like see how much of I always like call myself a hopeless romantic, but I sort of just wanted them to like to show that I feel things very, very deeply, and I just like wanted to put that in my songs. And I feel like I've always like been holding back a little bit, and I think this is the first time where I've just sort of been like, I'm just gonna go full blown. I'm just gonna sing songs about how like I want to be in love and I want love like in the movies and da-da-da-da and sing about all that. And sometimes that can feel like a bit embarrassing when you're writing it, but every single person like at that record store, they came up to me and they were like, I just relate to it so much. And
yeah, it's not embarrassing to wear your heart on your sleeve. I want to rewrite that narrative.
Exactly. It's not. And it's just so sweet, like hearing them all be like, I relate to this one, I relate to this one, I relate to this one. And it's very validating.
Oh, that's really sweet. Because I think about the songs on that record and, you know, you got Friends, which is a bit more like chaperone, casual,
yes,
a ballad. And then you've got even the title song, Art of Falling First. And I'm like, they're very specific.
They are.
Like lyrically, you're very specific. Are they about a specific person or a specific moment?
They are.
Like they ripped from the diary kind of thing?
They're definitely ripped from the diary. They're all written in like a sort of 6-month period of my life, I would say. Where I've just like gone through all those.
With was it this one person that was a real muse?
There is a real muse.
Do they know about it?
They do know about it. I know.
Were you writing lyrics and then were you like being like, oh, I can't say that. Get rid of it.
I know. It is so tricky when you're writing about like and like people will be out, like people that I know, people my friends will be out. I'm like, oh, should I say that?
You're not doxing them.
I just have to not think about it because I'm like, I just want to write the best song. And then at the end, if everyone can know who it's about, so be it.
Has that person reached out to you?
Potentially.
Like in a good way or a bad way?
In I'd say a good way.
Okay, that's good.
I'd say a good way. I'd say
okay, I would be worried.
I'd say it's going well. So I think I'm sort of manifesting with my songs.
Okay. Yes, that's what I love to hear.
I know.
I thought you were going to say like, yeah, and they were pissed and like we were airing the dirty laundry on a song. Like, you know, it's like
no,
Charlie XCX diss track vibe.
It could definitely go one of two ways when you're writing songs about people you know. But no, it is yet to go badly for me. I'm sure there'll be one day where I write a song about someone and they're like, dude, what the hell? I don't like that.
That's just a part of the artist's journey, man.
It hasn't happened yet. Yeah, I'm sure.
Don't worry.
I'm sure I'll experience that eventually.
But that's the thing. It's like big emotions make great art, right?
Exactly.
Do you journal a lot?
I don't really. I used to journal a lot when I was younger, and then I think since like switch like really focusing on songwriting, I sort of just like that's my journaling, I would say. But I used to journal a lot throughout all of high school. It's a big thing. Yeah.
I want to get back into it. I'm really slack at
I think I should. It was like, it is very just like refreshing, just like getting it all out there. But I guess I sort of use that with my songs, but it would be nice to also just, sometimes I'm super, super busy, don't have time to write. It's not like journaling, you can just whip that out.
Yeah.
Just do it whenever.
That's so true.
That'd be nice.
What were your parents like when they first heard the EP? Were they like, oh, I didn't know any of this? Or were they?
Probably my dad was. My mom's very across all the tea.
Great.
She would have, she's known some things, but same with like my friends, my family. My dad, my brother, they definitely don't know. They probably listen to the songs and don't even listen to the lyrics. They're just like, oh yeah.
It sounds nice.
Yeah, sounds nice. I doubt they're listening to what I am saying.
You reckon? They haven't approached you about it at all?
Nope. But my dad is very like, I like learned all of my stuff about like production from him.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So I think he's very much more focused on the music side than on what I'm saying.
Okay, that's nice. You got a parent that like takes both roles.
Exactly. And then my mom's much more focused on what I'm saying. If she listens to any song, she'll be like, okay, so who's that one about? Tell me right now.
Does she ever critique the lyrics?
I think a little bit. I think she used to in the past.
You could have used this wrong.
And then I think I've sort of been like, it's okay. You don't need to do that. It's all good.
That's good. Yeah, there's a line there.
Just listen to the songs.
So what's your dad's background?
He is like works in audio engineering for television and stuff like that.
Wow.
So he's like got an ear for all of that stuff and very much teaches me about like the mixing side and how that sort of stuff works. And then he's not really into songwriting and music production, but like whenever there's something really technical, I can just like go to him, which is cool because it's a whole different world. Like, mixing.
You're so lucky to have that at your fingertips, to be honest.
Like, it's really, really cool. So it's like, it's very technical. It's like people spend so many years building up those skills. So it's, very good to have.
So where did you learn to produce?
I learned to produce just off of YouTube. I literally taught myself just like at home, got Logic and just like did it on my computer and just basically watched hours and hours and hours of YouTube tutorials.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That is great dedication. I worry I don't have this dedication anymore to anything.
I was in high school, so I had a bit more downtime in my life. I wasn't like doing it. And I was like, I'm writing all these songs. I really want to turn them into like actual songs. And that seems like such like a far off thing when it's like, oh, how do I like even possibly do that? It's so expensive. It's like, where would I, like when you're just like a teenager, it's like, how would I do that? So I really wanted to just like figure out how to do it myself. I did. So I just sort of watched a lot of stuff. Phineas was a big one. Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother, I would watch just like heaps and heaps. He has so many videos online about like producing and I would watch so much of him, which was, he was great. He's like a massive inspiration for me.
Oh, that's that feels like that's not far off your reach to meet him either.
Oh,
it could happen.
I would literally like, I say to my friends, like I would like rank my success in like degrees of separation from Phineas.
Yeah.
Like literally, if I met Phineas, that's another
game over.
That's another that is a game over moment.
That's so sick.
I could put the pen down and be like,
I'm done now.
I've done it. Phineas.
We got to get you to New York. We got to get you in a writer's room.
Yes.
That would be
New York
so
in a writer's room with Phineas. I'd be like, life is complete.
Oh, for real. No, but seriously though, like learning to produce is such a niche and a very hard skill. And I think it's one that a lot of people start and then never finish because I can imagine you would have been like, oh, I have ideas of how it sounds. But it's like the reality of you making it like that, you got to have all this theory behind it and it would just be frustrating.
It is. It was like I made so many bad songs.
Do you remember the first song?
Oh gosh, yes.
What was it about?
It was the like very, very first song I ever produced. It was called, I don't remember what it was about, but it was called The Antidote. I remember that.
Oh, yep.
It would have been like, it was like a little love song or something like that. I was being like, you're the antidote to my life. It was so bad. But it was very like Lord inspired and I was trying to like make all these like cool like Lord type beats and God, it just sounded terrible. But like, and then the next one.
Where does it live? Where can we find it?
It lives, it's never going to see the light of day. Like it's not going, I haven't listened to that one in a long time. That'd be a bit scary.
You know, it'd be crazy if you did a listening party where you brought out all those songs and you're just to prove that, I'm human.
Yeah, just to prove that like you got to start somewhere. Literally, it was like, and the next one would be like still pretty bad, but like slightly better. And the next one would be still pretty bad, but like slightly better than the one before it. And then you just sort of like keep doing it like that. And that was sort of how.
At what point were you like, no, I think this is good enough to post? Like what was that marker for you?
I actually don't think I ever really had that marker. I think I sort of just got to a point after producing for a while where I was like, I'm just going to start posting them. Like, I know I'm not the best producer. I know that these are not like perfect. And like a lot of like all of my like first few songs, I literally can't listen to now because I'm like, duh, I didn't know how to produce back then. But like, I think that's sort of just what I needed to do is just like start posting them. You don't have to be perfect. If I hadn't started then and even like building my fan base like so tiny from the start, but if I'd waited until I was like really, really, really good at producing and was like, this is like, I know what I'm doing now, this is incredible, and then posted that as my first song, like no one would have heard it. But instead, because I'd done all that work and like sort of been posting ones that weren't necessarily great, but like building up that fan base, and then by the time like I released a song like Gravity, which I am still very proud of and like proud of the production, there were actually people there to listen to it and it actually like took off. And that wouldn't have happened if like Gravity had been the first song that I released.
Wow, I hope a lot of people take that away because there's so many perfectionists out there who would be like, oh no, I can't release it until it's exactly how I want it to be. But having a fan base that has grown with you and seen you develop is probably like pays off in dividends.
100%. Like literally that's like usually like my biggest piece of advice to like any of my friends or anything like that asking to release music. I'm like, don't like you don't need to wait until and like make 100 songs and just get the perfect one and that's the one you release, because it's just like that. Like it's not all going to happen with the first song. It happens after 10 songs and then something else happens after 20. So like you just like it doesn't need to be perfect. If you like it, just put it out there and then you move on to the next one. And it's,
Don't get too tied up in it.
Yeah.
But also you don't want to churn and burn too much. Like
exactly.
There's a nice little fine line, but you play it well.
Yeah, I think I do. I think I am pretty good with like not getting too hung up on the songs being absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really, I really see this for you and like this this ethos. It's nice that you're like, in a way, it feels like two different sides of you. Hopeless romantic is a funny thing with someone who is like not stuck into perfectionism as well, because hopeless romantic is so like beautifully packaged. You know, you just think that everything is going to be as it falls, and then you're like, no, like just let everything fall as it may. Like
I think I'm a very different person between like music and like work stuff and then like
the real you.
My like real life. I'm just like, they're two separate things.
Well, I mean, like even your song, The Real You.
Yes.
Yeah. That one's about limerence and building a fake persona of a person. Yes. And that, like being an artist, that is how it is. You know, you got people who pedestal this other idea of you.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is like, I definitely can, I mean, I can see how people do it because I literally do it myself. That whole song is, literally about just sort of like being like, I don't want to be alone anymore. I'm just gonna, this person might be terrible. I'm gonna ignore it. And make it.
No red flags.
No red flags. I'm just gonna like, I've got a version of you in my head and that's what you are. And I don't care.
And every time you see them, God, they disappoint you.
They never live up to the standards, do they?
No, they never do.
No, it never works. It works for a little while.
But do you find that funny being on the receiving end of that?
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy. I think I do a pretty good job at like the me that I am online and on stuff like that, like is very much me. And I think I like fans say that a lot when they meet me. They're like, oh, like you're just like how you are on the internet and stuff like that, which is how I want it to be. Like I really do feel like I'm very like myself online. And so when they meet me, it is a very similar like experience to
that's a very high praise to be sung as well, because I feel like there's so many people, as soon as you put a camera in front of them, it's like
different person. Yeah.
Nah, you're killing it. And it means like you're doing something well. And even with the way the rest of this year is panning out, you've got this tour coming up, but then also doing Spilt Milk, which is just huge. Like the lineup this year is incredible. What is it, like Doechii, bloody Kendrick,
Somber.
Somber. Say less. So is that the person on the lineup that you'd want to run into backstage?
I think that would be pretty cool. But I think like I've been at festivals. I've never been at a festival that big backstage, but I've been at like festivals backstage before. I've like seen an artist that I like and I just get like too scared. Way too scared to go up and say hi.
You've got like, something in common. You're both playing the lineup compared to like us lowly just folk at the festival. We've got nothing in common. Come on.
But it's like, it's so scary. I'm like, oh, I don't want to bother them, which is crazy because like if someone came up to me backstage at the festival, I wouldn't be bothered at all. But I'm still like, I'm just like, oh, I don't know. So I'm gonna try my hardest. And if I see someone like that I'm really a big fan of, just at least go up and be like, hi, like love your music, like really excited to see that. I'm gonna try my hardest to at least do that to like one artist that I really
I'm going to report back with this.
I hope I can do
December.
I hope I can do it. Because it's scary. It's so scary when they're all, but like, I don't know, maybe the vibes, maybe everyone will just be like all hanging out backstage. We'll see what the vibes are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it'll be
I hope they are.
I hope it is. So I know that there's like a charter flight. So like a whole bunch of the bands are all going to be on like the same planes and stuff like that. So hopefully.
Oh my God, this is like school camp.
I know. It is going to be like, it's going to be like school camp because like the turnarounds between like Melbourne and Perth, there's really only one flight you can sort of like get on, and Canberra to Gold Coast, same deal. So like it's going to be all the bands at the airport. It's going to be crazy. Just like everyone's going to be hanging out together. So
how do you prepare for a festival set?
It's very different. And like,
because you're not got people coming, you're not walking into the crowd and getting everyone around.
Exactly. And it's just like, and you know that there's going to be people there who have probably like never heard of you before. You never know what the vibe. It's also so different, like in the daytime, outside, shorter. So like, I think we're going to go a lot like, just like all the bangers is sort of nice. Just like you play, like maybe there'll be like a couple of down moments, but I think like at my tour, at my tour, I like have a lot of like, that's the place where I can like be really like vulnerable and I'll like play a lot of acoustic songs and stuff like that. But at a festival, I just want to like have people up and dancing. So I think it'll just be like all the bangers like shoved into all set will be the vibe.
How exciting. Okay, so what else is on the bingo card but for next year? Like what's this next iteration of Lyric looking like for you?
Next year,
What's the goals?
I really want to get overseas again. That's like my big.
States?
Yep, States and back to like the UK would be amazing. I think that's just like.
If you could write with anyone, who would it be?
Oh my goodness. I mean, Phineas would always be the crazy one. But there are like so many like really, really awesome Australian artists that I still haven't written with. I love Alexia.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I still have not like written with her or anything. I would love to do that. That would be really, really cool.
I can see this.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of just like Australian artists that I still really want to get.
Shout them out.
Yeah. Who would I love? I love.
Who do you think is this next generation? Who do you think is going to be the next big thing?
I love Maria Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
I've been following her for ages, and I just saw her at Big Sam recently, and just saw that she announced her tour like 2 days ago, which is so cool.
Oh, amazing.
She's going on her first tour, so that's amazing. Who else am I really loving? I really like Darcy Haven. She's really, really. She's just freaking incredible. She's just been on tour as well, so love all of her music. Would love to write with her. And I've got wonderful Holly Hebe opening for me on tour, so that would be. I actually haven't thought about that. Maybe we could like do some writing and stuff together while we're traveling and
That'd be
things.
pretty
That would be
awesome.
pretty easy. We're going to be traveling together a lot, so
It's
Yeah.
a really neat like time to be in
is.
pop in Australia.
I
Hey.
think it's really like flourished a lot over the
Yeah.
past year.
Yeah, and they've all got like so many people backing them, but I love how collaborative it is as well. Like I think about the Holly Hebe shows and it's like Holly Hebe and friends, and then like, yeah, even yourself, like everyone knows everyone.
I know. It's great.
And
Everyone's
it's
and
very
everyone just, like,
supportive.
yes, everyone just wants to see everyone like do well.
Sounds like you've just been on an absolute winning streak of incredible, like nothing has failed along the way this year.
It has
like this
been-
has been a real crazy trajectory.
It's been a crazy, crazy year. I feel like it's just been like one thing into the next, which has just like been incredible. It's been a
Do you
dream.
stop and smell the roses?
I feel like I need to be better at that. I feel like I'm always like so work focused and being like, oh, like what have I got to do? Like what's the next thing? But like I really have lately been trying to be like, just stop. Just like appreciate what you've done. Like especially after like doing like a version. That was a big one where I was like,
that was crazy.
'cause I sort of like came back from that. I'd recorded it like the day before Big Sound started or something like that. And so I went straight from like a version into Big Sound and didn't even really like think about it. And I sort of just needed to like sit down on the weekend after Big Sound and be like,
Oh my
look what I just did this week. I just did like a version and Big Sound in 1 week. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I just needed to like stop and breathe and be like, damn, I actually did that.
And what a full circle moment doing a Lorde song, isn't it?
I
If your
know.
first song was a bit Lorde.
It is. She was like, a massive inspiration for my
Yeah.
production. So that was really special. And Ribs is just like a song I've listened to so much growing
Yeah.
up. I feel like, so many people have listened to that song throughout their teenage years. So it was just like so cool being able to play that one.
So it was a pretty easy choice for you, which
was
song
a-
you wanted to do.
It was a pretty easy choice. I really wanted to find like a song that I could put my own spin on, but I also loved. And that was just like perfect.
And it did well. I mean, within the first week, it was 6 figures. So
Oh yes,
It was just-
it's crazy. It was like you never really like. That's definitely the my band was saying it. Like that's the most anyone's gonna watch us play. Like that's the most anyone has watched us play. The most views we've gotten at anything. And we were thinking about that like while we were recording. We were like, this is probably gonna be our most like watched performance for a
oh,
long
did that scare
time.
you while you were thinking about that while you were recording
We were
it?
all a bit nervous. I do remember my drummer being like, yeah, this is probably gonna be like the most watched drum performance I do for a long time. I'm like, okay, don't say that as soon as we're about to. As soon as we're
You're
about to.
sabotaging this.
But it was actually like we were very nervous going in. As soon as we got there, though, it was like very chill. Like everyone was so nice, and I think we all like calmed down a bit once we got there. And
That's good.
yeah, it was
Also, it's like, you know your stuff.
yeah.
You know the song inside out as well. If
we
it's been
played
a
it.
childhood
we
favorite
had
of
played
yours.
it a million times as well.
Yeah.
That week we were like practicing. So
Yeah.
it was locked in our brains.
Well, the hard work is paying off
Oh,
for real. Like,
thank you.
having, only come into your orbit whilst you've been in this high trajectory, but then to see you just absolutely smash the ceiling as well has been just crazy from afar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It has. It's been really cool. I'm really excited to like see what comes next.
Yeah.
What keeps popping up. So yeah.
We got to rest the voice, man.
I know. I do need to rest the voice and to get ready for rest of South by Southwest. My gosh. Hopefully though, my thinking is that because I've been pretty like sick the past month as well. So I'm like thinking I've got all the sickness out of the way. I can't possibly be sick for
That's
too
how
long now.
my brain works. I'm like, I'll get sick now, then you're fine for summer.
Yep. So I'm not going to get sick at tour. I'm going to be perfect for all of tour and spilt milk because I've got all the sickness out of the way.
That is how it works.
Yeah,
I've checked it with the doctor.
That's exactly how it works.
Good. Well, Lyric, thank you for jumping on, man. This has been so
much for having me.
lovely.
This was so fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.